What happens to the soul after death? Do we simply vanish? Or is there something more, something hidden, something sacred? Welcome, soul traveler, to one of the most mysterious and suppressed paths in spiritual history. Today, we journey into the depths of ancient Gnostic wisdom and unearth a gospel few were meant to read, the Gospel of Mary, alongside the Apocryphon of John. These secret texts whisper truths that challenge not only the orthodoxy of religion, but the very nature of what we think the soul is and what it experiences after it leaves the body. Let us begin not with the end, but with the veil that separates this world from the next. According to Gnostic belief, death is not the extinguishing of the self, but the unbinding of spirit from flesh. The body is temporary, the soul is not. And in death, that soul begins a perilous and luminous journey through layers of existence that few even know exist. These aren't just poetic metaphors, they're maps, hidden ones, coded into the scrolls buried, banned, and forgotten. The Gospel of Mary opens with a moment of chaos. The disciples, shaken after Christ's departure, struggle to make sense of his teachings. Mary Magdalene steps forward, not as a background figure, but as the one who understood him most. She speaks of visions, of teachings Christ gave her in private, of what happens to the soul after it leaves the body. According to Mary, the soul ascends, but not easily. Between this world and divine light are layers, realms, guarded by archons. These are not demons in the way pop culture imagines them. They are gatekeepers, cosmic customs officers, remnants of a flawed creation that want to keep the soul bound to illusion. As the soul rises, each gate demands something. They ask, "Where are you going?" They challenge. They accuse. They demand the soul give an account of itself. In the Apocryphon of John, we see an even more elaborate cosmology. The soul must pass through a maze of powers and emanations. At the top is the unknowable source, the monad. But before reaching that, the soul encounters Yaldabaoth, the arrogant creator, a false god who believes himself supreme. He and his archons built the material world not out of malice, but out of ignorance. And in that ignorance they chained divine sparks, souls, into flesh, into us. When the soul dies, it attempts to rise. But the archons cling. They feed on fear, on guilt, on the soul's confusion. The Gospel of Mary offers a roadmap. The soul must shed its attachments. Did you slay desire? Did you destroy ignorance? Did you trample upon wrath? Each gate, each power, is overcome not through violence, but through self-knowledge. This is the key. Gnosis. The soul that remembers who it truly is, a fragment of divine light, cannot be stopped. Mary describes the soul rising past the realm of desire, where longing tries to pull it back to earthly pleasures. Then it confronts ignorance, which insists that the soul belongs in darkness. But the soul, if awakened, replies, "You did not see me, nor did you know me. You mistook the garment for the wearer." And with that, ignorance is dissolved. These Gospels insist that death is not judgment. It is confrontation, not with God, but with the self. All the unresolved fears, desires, lies we carry, they become voices, beings, forms. They confront us like phantoms, but they are us, and they can be overcome not by belief, but by insight. Unlike canonical texts that offer salvation through faith alone, the Gnostic texts demand something far more radical: awakening, to see through illusion, to remember the truth before the forgetting, the amnesia of birth and the hypnosis of culture. According to the Gospel of Mary, the soul that remembers can return to the divine source, skipping the wheel of rebirth, avoiding the trap of material reincarnation. The Apocryphon of John supports this. It describes how Sophia, the divine feminine wisdom, fell, not in sin, but in yearning, to create. Her creation, imperfect, led to the birth of Yaldabaoth and the material world. But even in this fallen world, fragments of the divine remain. Us. The journey of the soul is Sophia's redemption. As we rise, she rises. As we remember, she is restored. The soul's ascent isn't a simple flight. It's a stripping away, a return. In Gnostic imagery, the soul is like a beam of light sent down through layers of thick glass. With each incarnation, another layer, another distortion, until finally we forget we're light at all. But in death, if prepared, the soul begins to rise, peeling off identities like clothes, gender, nation, beliefs, traumas. What remains is pure awareness. This is not a journey for the faint-hearted. Gnosis is terrifying. To know is to strip away illusion until nothing remains but truth. And truth, as the Gnostics say, isn't comfortable. It's liberating. In the Gospel of Mary, the other disciples balk at her teachings. They doubt. Peter, especially, cannot accept that Mary received secret wisdom from Christ. But Levi defends her, saying, "Surely the Savior knew her well. That is why he loved her more than us." This isn't just a squabble. It's a commentary on how institutional religion reacts to raw, mystical insight. With fear. What was dangerous about Mary wasn't that she was a woman. It was that she knew. She didn't just believe. She remembered. So what does the soul see after death, according to these secret gospels? It sees its attachments take shape, its fears made flesh, its illusions wrapped in robes of power. But it also sees the light beneath all things, the original source, the truth hidden beneath layers of identity. And if it dares to look beyond appearances, if it speaks with the voice of knowing, then no gate, no archon, no false god can stop it. Death, in this view, is not an ending. It's the final exam, the last chance to wake up. And so the teachings of Mary and the Gnostics are not just about the afterlife. They are instructions for living, for remembering now, so we are not lost later. As Mary said, "Let no one lead you astray, saying, 'Look here,' or 'Look there,' for the child of humanity is within you. Follow it. Those who search will find it." So we ask again, not as a closing but as an opening, are you ready for what comes after the last breath? Not just to endure it, but to meet it, knowing who you are? Because if you are, then perhaps, just perhaps, death is not the end. It is the return.